He kept someone else's urine stored in the freezer. Every morning, he'd take out a bag and strap it to his body. Before heading to work, he'd scrub his skin with coarse sandpaper, ridding himself of any trace of his own DNA. Then he'd inject another man's blood into fake fingertip covers. All these preparations were just to pass the genetic screening at the space agency. He worked there as an astronaut, but he had to live under a false identity. After every training session, he'd vacuum the keyboard to remove his skin flakes, then scatter forged ones, and carefully place fake strands of hair. In this age where genes determine destiny, his natural imperfection meant he had no future. Vincent was a child born naturally, without genetic engineering. At birth, a DNA test predicted he wouldn't live past 30 and had a 70% chance of dying from heart failure. Terrified by that diagnosis, his parents conceived another child, this time genetically perfected. His younger brother excelled in everything, while Vincent was ignored and mocked. But deep down, he carried one dream: to reach the stars. Yet, in this world, every dream had to first survive the tyranny of genetic screening. Companies tested applicants in secret. A single fingerprint on a doorknob, even a handshake, could expose who you really were. Vincent's flawed genes led to countless rejections. No one would hire him. He ended up cleaning floors for a living. One day, while scrubbing a restroom at the Space Center, he looked up and saw a rocket piercing the clouds. In that moment, he made a vow. He would go to space, no matter what it took. He turned to an underground identity broker, trading 20% of his future earnings for a new identity. The name on it? Jerome, a genetically flawless athlete, crippled after an accident. With Jerome's blood, urine, and skin cells, Vincent became him entirely. When he returned to the agency for an interview, he passed the genetic test effortlessly. He asked when the next round would be. The examiner smiled and said, "You already got the job." All the other rounds were a facade, just there to fool those who weren't genetically qualified. Through discipline and flawless deception, Vincent rose through the ranks, eventually earning a spot on a mission to Titan. But just before launch, his superior was found murdered. During the investigation, a stray eyelash was discovered at the scene. DNA analysis identified it as belonging to an unregistered employee, Vincent. A manhunt began. Then came the cruel twist. The detective in charge of the case was his brother. Vincent had left home 10 years earlier. His family thought he was dead. When his brother uncovered the truth, he begged Vincent to run, even offered to help him escape. But Vincent refused. "I've worked my whole life for this moment," he said. He challenged his brother to one last round of their childhood game, a chicken swim to see who would give up first. Vincent had lost every time before, but this time he swam with everything he had. No hesitation, no turning back. His brother finally understood. Vincent had already made peace with death. Soon after, the real killer was found. It was their elderly director. He'd murdered the project supervisor just to live long enough to see the launch succeed. The day of the launch arrived. Before boarding the spacecraft, Vincent was asked to take one final genetic test. This time, he didn't have Jerome's samples with him. The technician saw the truth, but said nothing. His own son was a naturally born child. He wanted the boy to have someone like Vincent to believe in. Quietly, he altered the record. The rocket ignited, roaring skyward. As Vincent gazed into the infinite darkness of space, it was as if he were telling the world, "No one gets to define who you are."